Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will explore APPSC Degree Lecturer Computer Applications 2012 previous paper. So this is the part 1 video. Actually in this paper we have totally 150 questions and each question carries 2 marks. So in this is the first part video. We will discuss the first 75 questions in this video. I will explore each question in a simple way such that it will be easy for you to prepare for the upcoming exams. So let us start the video. Which one from the following indicates highest cohesive model? So here cohesion refers to how closely the functions in a module are related. Logical cohesion means all functions are grouped based on logical similarity, making it highly cohesive. So option 4 logically is the right answer. Consider following C++ declaration. So it is a struct s values character x, int semicolon int y, and s1 equals to 25, 30. So we have the class C values character x, int y, c1 equals to 25, 30. So we need to find out the wrong declaration. So what is the wrong with the above declaration? In structures, members are public by default and can be initialized directly. Whereas in the case of class, members are private by default and cannot be initialized directly using the parenthesis. So here the wrong one is the second one. Public members of a structure are being accessed by an initializer list. Next one. Which error detection method involves polynomials? So here there are many error detection methods given. So we need to find out the method that involves the polynomial. Cyclic redundancy check. CRC is an error detection method that uses polynomial division to check data integrity. Other methods like VRC and LRC do not use polynomials at all. Next. Which one from the following is a false statement about the Java interface? Java interfaces cannot have instance variables. However, all variables in an interface are by default public static final. So that the incorrect part of the statement is that it suggests interfaces may declare final variables while in reality they must be final. So here the correct answer is option 3. An interface may declare final variables. So it is the false statement. Option 3 is the correct answer. Next. Which one from the following is memory of a volatile nature? What is meant by volatile? Volatile means a memory can retain the data until the power is on. If you switch off the power, then the data will get erased. That is a volatile. So we have two types of memory, volatile and non-volatile. RAM is a volatile memory, whereas the ROM is a non-volatile memory. So here from the given options, dynamic RAM is the volatile memory. Okay. So dynamic RAM needs continuous refreshing, making it volatile. Flash, masked RAM and EEPROM are non-volatile and retain data even without the power. So option 3 is the right answer. Data model doesn't represent. So a data model, what is a data model? A data model represents data semantics, syntax and relationships. Constraints, that means rules for valid data are not part of the data model. They are enforced separately in databases. So data constraints is the correct answer. Next. For a binomial distribution, mean is always greater than variance, less than variance, equal to variance, greater than or equal to variance. So first we need to find out what is the mean and variance of the binomial distribution. So here mean equals to NP and variance, that is the sigma square is equals to NP into 1 minus P. So this is the mean and the variance of the binomial distribution. So we have to compare the mean and variance here. So the mean NP is always greater than or equal to the variance of the NP into 1 minus P. So that's why option 4 is the correct answer. Which layer of OSI model is responsible for transmitting raw bit streams over a physical cable? So here raw bits are transmitted here through the wired or wireless connection using the physical layer. The physical layer is responsible for transmitting raw bits. Raw bits means the binary bits, zeros and ones, over a physical medium like cables or wireless signals. Other layers handle logical addressing, data transmission and error handling. So here option 2 is the correct answer. Next. Which of the following is not a UML diagram? Sequence diagram, use case, ER diagram and activity diagram. So here from the given options, ER, that is entity relationship diagrams, are used in database modeling, not in UML. So UML diagrams include sequence, use case and activity diagram. That helps in the software design. So option 3 is correct answer. Next one. Which one from the following is a true statement about the Java document comments? So Java document comments are special multi-line comments in Java that begin with hash. So in Java, single line comments, we start with the 2 backslashes, right, in this way, and continue to the end of the line. So they are used for short explanations for quick notes. Whereas the multi-line commands, so we use the hash backslash followed by asterisk and the asterisk followed by backslash at the end of the command. So this is the starting and ending of the command. And for documentation commands, we use the backslash, asterisk, asterisk, and at the end of the document we will give the asterisk backslash. So this is the single line, multi-line, and for a documentation we give this type of comments. Okay. So here from the given statements, here given the first line of the Java doc, so the first one is correct, right? Each line of a Java doc comment must begin with asterisk, which is correct one. And next one, the first line of Java doc comment should use the at version tag to specify the version of the JDK that is being used. So this one is also correct. At version is used to mention the JDK version. Every line inside a Java doc comment typically starts with the asterisk for readability. So these two statements are correct. That's why the option 4, that is both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Which one from the following is a false statement about assembler directive? Assembler directive guide the assembler but are not executed as program instructions. They help define constants, memory locations or page alignment. So here page is an example of the assembler directive. So from the given options, option 4, assembler directives are commands executed during the program execution is false. Option 4 is false. The next one. Which one from the following is a true statement about the binary search trees? So binary search trees follows a rule called that the left subtree contains the smaller values and the right subtree contains the greater values. So if data is already sorted, the binary search tree becomes a linked list that is unbalanced, leading to a worst case time complexity of big O of n instead of big O of log n. So here all the options, that is option 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Okay. So option 4 is the correct answer. Next. Which of the following is not a logical database structure? Logical database structures define how data is stored and accessed logically. Network, tree and chain are logical database models. So RDBMS uses the tables, not a hierarchical or network structure. So here relational is the correct answer. So next, which layer of OSI model is responsible for translating logical network address and names to their physical address. The network layer handles the logical to physical address translation, that is converting an IP address to a MAC address using the ARP protocol, Address Resolution Protocol. Similarly, the reverse, that is so logical to physical address. So it is done through the ARP protocol. That means logical means converting an IP address to a MAC address is done through the ARP protocol. Whereas the reverse, that is RARP protocol, Reverse Address Resolution Protocol. So we are going to convert the physical to logical address translation here. That is the physical to logical address translation using the RARP protocol. So these two protocols are they work in the network layer, that is converting the MAC address into corresponding IP address. Okay. So these two protocols are very important, which are repeatedly asked in the exams. Next one. The number of tuples in the result of a left outer join operation will always be. Left outer join keeps all tuples from the left table even if there is no match in the right table. At minimum, it has many tuples as an inner join, but it can have more due to null values filling unmatched rows. So here option 2, at least equal to the number of tuples in the result of the corresponding join operation. 2 is the correct answer. Next. If A and B are independent events, then what will happen? So the formula for union of two events in probability is P of A union B equals to A plus B minus A intersection B. Since A and B are independent, their probability remains unaffected by each other. So option 3 is the correct answer. A vertex of how many degree is isolated vertex? So degree of a vertex is the number of edges connected to it. An isolated vertex has no edges, meaning the degree is 0. So option 1 is the correct answer. Next. Consider the relation project number, project name, programmer number, duration. The duration states the time duration for which the programmer worked on the project. So it is in which normal form? So here the first normal form ensures atomic, that means indivisible values in the columns. That means each column must contain only one value. And second normal form, it ensures that there is no partial dependency. That means all non-key attributes must depend on the full primary key. So in this case, programmer number and duration depend only on project number, meaning it is in 2NF but not necessarily in the higher normal form. So option 2, second normal form is the correct answer. Next one. When a language has the capability to produce a new data type, then it is called. So it is called as the extensible languages. Extensible languages allow users to define new data types. For example, C++, Python and Java allow user-defined data types using the classes and structures. So option 2 is the correct answer. Next one. Which network component is not associated at the physical layer of the OSI model? So here router is the correct answer. Physical layer deals with the actual data transmission hardware like hubs, multiplexers and amplifiers. Routers operate at the network layer, that is layer 3, and help in routing packets based on the IP address. So here router is the correct answer. Next one. Consider the following 4 statements about read operation performing on memory by the CPU. So we have to make it a proper order. So here the correct order of CPU read operation is put the memory address in the memory address register, assert the read control line, wait for the memory function complete signal and get the data out of the memory data register. So here option 2 is the correct one. The statement 3 is not in the proper order. So remaining are in the proper order only. Right. Statement 3 is not in the proper order. Next, 22. A closed path with no other repeated vertices than the starting and ending vertices is known as. A cycle. A cycle in a graph is a path that starts at the same vertex and ends at the same vertex. So the starting and ending are the same. So start and end is the same vertex without repeating any vertex except the starting or ending node. So here the only one node is repeating, that is the start vertex and end vertex is repeating here. Steiner tree and spanning tree are used in network design. So complement graph is a different concept where edges are inverted. So here option 2, that is cycle, is the correct answer. Next, 23rd one. Which one from the following is a false statement about class diagrams of UML? So from the given statements, the option 1 is the correct answer. A class diagram in UML shows the static structure of a system including classes, attributes and its relationships. It does not describe an object's life cycle, which is done by the state diagram. So therefore, the option 1 is the false. So that is the correct answer. Option 1 is false. Next one. Given the functional dependencies AB to CDE and A is related with the E. For relation schema R equals to A, B, C, D, E, we can infer that. So here given the different functional dependencies here, so we need to find out so which one will satisfy we need to find a minimal set of attributes that can determine all attributes in the relation R. So here A is a key for R, so we'll find out the A closure. So A closure is A only, A itself only. Okay. Next, so option 1 is not satisfying, right? So it is not a key. Next, we will take the BE. So BE closure. So BE closure is equals to BE only, right? So from the given relations here, so BE closure equals to BE only. So option 2 is also not a correct one. Next, let us check the option 3. AB is a key for R. So AB closure means, so what is the AB whole closure here? So AB, CDE. So AB itself and the relation is CDE, right? So here, so if the AB is there, then we can determine everything from the relation. So option 3 is the correct answer. AB is a key for R. Right. Next one. Which one from the following is a false statement about the TCP IP model? So option 3 is the false statement. So TCP or IP model layers have four layers, that is a network access layer, internet layer, transport layer and application layer. Network access layer handles the physical transmission, whereas the internet layer handles the routing using the IP protocol, and transport layer handles end-to-end communication with the TCP or UDP, and application layer handles the user interaction. So here the false statement is internet layer is between the network access layer and the transport layer. So this is the false statement. So we'll check the diagram once here. So here in this picture we can see that OSI model has 7 layers and TCP IP model has 4 layers only. And from the given question, internet layer comes after the network access layer but before the transport layer. So this statement is incorrect. So option 3 is the correct answer. To determine if the decomposition is a is lossy or lossless, we need to check if the common attribute is a key in either of the decomposed relations. So here R of A comma B is determined. Here B is determined by A. That means A to B. Right. So this is the relation A and S. So here the C is determined by B. Okay. That means if you combine this AB and BC, that is R in S. That is AB. So A closure is AB, B closure is BC. So union BC. So we get the whole relation, that is ABC. That means it is representing the relation ABC here. So since B is the key in S of B comma C, the decomposition is lossless. So lossless decomposition is if the natural join of the decomposed relation result in the original relation without any loss of information, then it is called as a lossless decomposition. So here option 2 is the correct answer. Next, y equals to 4x square is an equation of. So this question is asked from the mathematics conic sections. The standard equation of a parabola is y equals to ax square, right? So here a is a constant. So that's why option 1, that is a parabola, is the correct answer. Next, diagram. Which one diagram from the following is used to indicate the sequence of steps describing interaction between user and the system? So interaction between user and system is denoted by the use case diagram. Use case diagrams represent interactions between a user, that is an actor, and the system. Whereas the class diagrams describe the system structure, state diagrams show state transitions of objects, and activity diagrams show the workflows. So option 2 is correct answer. Next, 29th one. To find the second highest salary from the employees table, which of the following query is true? The correct approach to find the maximum salary less than the highest salary. So here option 1 is correct. That is, select the max salary from the employees where salary is equals to. So this one is the correct. Option 1 is the correct. Next one. Software quality assurance activities during the. So from the given options, we have to state that which one of the above statements is a false. Okay. So here acceptance phase ensures final product readiness. Right. So it ensures the final product readiness. Whereas the design phase, detailed design phase, follows the approved standards. And the requirement analysis phase maps needs to software components, and acceptance testing follows test plans. So all the statements are valid activities of the software quality assurance. So here that's why all of them are a correct answer, right? Right. All the statements are true, so none of them are false. Next one. Which one from the following does not have a value of string method in Java? String methods in Java return string representation of various data types. Integer is a primitive type and string methods don't return integers. Boolean, character and long have string representations. So here integer is the correct answer. Next. Which one from the following is a false statement about the memory management? So here option 1 is a false statement. Why? So crashing is a situation where excessive swapping reduces system performance instead of improving it. And swapping increases, the option 2 swapping increases the system overhead is true. And overhead, non-contiguous allocation has a more overhead is true. And option 4 is also true. Swapping works better in a non-contiguous allocation. So option 1 is the false statement here. So which one from the following algorithm is best suited for concave polygon flipping? So option 3 is the correct answer. Right. So here Sutherland Hogman and Nicole work best for convex polygons. Right. So this is the line flipping algorithm, and Wheeler Atherton. So this algorithm handles the concave polygons effectively. So concave polygons, the third option is the correct answer. Next. Which diagram is used to describe interactions among classes in terms of an exchange of messages over the time? So here the sequence diagrams. Option 1 is the correct answer. Sequence diagrams represent the interaction between objects. So here the objects will communicate with each other here over time. Right. So these objects will interact with each other over time. And collaboration diagrams show object interactions but not in time order. Component diagrams model the system components, whereas the activity diagrams represent workflows. So here option 1 is the correct answer. Which one from the following is a false statement about the MOV instruction of Intel 8086 processor? So move instruction moves the data but does not modify the flags. Right. It cannot. So this is a false statement. So move instruction moves data but doesn't modify the flags is a false statement. So option 2 is the false statement here. And it cannot move data directly from memory to memory is true. It cannot transfer between segment registers directly is true. So option 2 is the correct answer. Arrays is a which type of data structure? Primitive, nonlinear or linear? So we know that arrays is a linear data structure, right? So in a linear structure, we are inserting the values. Arrays store data sequentially in the memory. So elements are arranged in a sequence in the linear data structure, whereas in the primitive data type, it is not true. So option 3 is the correct answer. Next. Consider the following 3 statements about the memory management. Memory fragmentation results in poor utilization of memory. Memory fragmentation is the area of memory which is allocated to a process but unused. Demand paging can decrease the degree of multiprogramming. So here option 4, that is none from 1, 2 and 3 is the correct answer. Why? Because, so here from the given options, memory fragmentation leads to wasted space and poor memory utilization is true. So option 1 is true. And fragmentation is caused by unused memory blocks. Right? So this one is also true. Whereas demand paging can decrease the degree of multiprogramming is false. Actually, the demand paging increases the multiprogramming, not decreases it. So this is the false one. So option 1 and 2 are correct. But in the given statements here, 1 and 3 is given, 2 and 3 is given, but 1 and 2 is not given here. So that's why option 4, none from 1, 2 and 3 is the correct answer. Normalized coordinates are used to provide. Normalized coordinates ensure that the same graphical content can be displayed consistently across the different devices. This allows device independence, meaning the output remains the same regardless of the hardware. So device independence is the correct answer. Next. Analysis models are. So in the given options, so we have DFD, state transition diagrams, ER diagrams. So what is meant by DFD? That is data flow diagram shows the data movement. And ER diagrams models the data relationships. And state transition diagrams represent the system states. So here these three are the analysis models. So option 1, 2 and 3 are correct. So option 1, 2 are correct. Next. Which searching algorithm requires that all of the data must be in order? So let me explain more about the 39th question, analysis model in DBMS. So analysis model help in designing, structuring and understanding how data is organized, stored and managed. So there are different types of analysis models, that is ER model. So ER model represents real world entities and relationships, and data flow diagram that represents the flow of data in a system, state transition diagrams that represents how a system changes based on the events. Relational model defines how data is stored in the tables, and normalization model that eliminates the redundancy and organizes the data efficiently, and object-oriented model. So these are the different types of analysis models that we have. But in the given question, they asked about they have mentioned only three options here: DFD, state transition diagrams, and ER diagrams. So all these are the analysis models. That's why option 3 is the correct answer. So which searching algorithm requires that all of the data must be in order? Binary search. So binary search is the correct answer. Binary search works only on sorted data, and linear search and sequential search do not require sorting. So that's why option 2 is the correct answer. Which one from the following is a false statement about page replacement algorithms? So here LRU page replacement algorithm doesn't possess the stack property is the correct answer. Stack property means that for a given set of page requests, a larger case should never cause more page faults than a smaller one. LRU, that is recently used, follows the stack property, so the given statement is false. So option 2 is the false statement here. The concept of display file provides interface between. So the display file normalizes the coordinates and ensures compatibility with the different display devices. So normalized coordinate and display devices is the correct answer. Next one. Which one from the following is a false statement about the Poisson distribution? Poisson distribution models events with a known average rate over time. It is used only for discrete events, and trials can be infinite. So here all the given statements are correct. So the false statement option is the option 4. None of the above. The time complexity of binary search tree is. So in the binary search, it reduces the search space by half in each step, leading to big O of log n complexity. That's why option 1 is the correct answer. The data structure generally used to keep track of the current state of a file processing activity is. So here file control block FCB keeps track of the file attributes, permissions and status, whereas the file allocation table is used for managing disk space allocation, not file processing status. That's why option 2 is the correct answer. If a surgeon transplants kidney in 250 cases and succeeds in 130 cases, then the probability of success after the operation is. So here the probability of success equals to successful cases by total number of cases. So successful cases are 130 by total number of cases is 250. So we get 0.56. So this is the answer for the given question. So option 1 is the correct answer. Next. Viewing transformation in computer graphics is used to. So it is used to translate and scale clipped image to viewport. Option 4 is the correct answer. Viewing transformation involves scaling and translating a clipped image to fit into a viewport, ensuring proper display on the screen. If insufficient channel separation is used in FDM systems, then the effect is FDM, frequency division multiplexing, assigns different frequencies to signals. If channel separation is poor, crosstalk occurs, causing interference between adjacent signals. So option 4 is the correct answer. Yes. Which one from the following is especially used in modeling reactive objects whose states are triggered by specific events? So state charts. State charts are used to model reactive objects where the object's behavior changes based on events. They help in event-driven programming and finite state machines. So option 2 is the correct answer. Consider the true statement about the input-output organization. An input-output port uses a flip-flop to implement memory cell. In DMA, input-output peripheral device reads and writes memory without going through the CPU. So option 1 is false, because input-output ports generally use the registers but not the flip-flops. And option 2 is true, because direct memory access allows peripherals to access memory without CPU interference, improving the performance. So here statement 2 is true while 1 is false. Next, time complexity of merge sort is. Merge sort follows a divide and conquer approach, splitting data into half and merging them back. Its time complexity is big O of n log n, making it efficient for large data sets. So option 4 is the correct answer. Next. In disk scheduling algorithm, starvation is possible. In shortest seek time first algorithm, it selects the nearest request first, causing starvation for far away requests, as they may never get serviced if new nearby requests keep arriving. Undo transformation in computer graphics is possible through. To undo a transformation, we apply the inverse transformation of the original one. For example, if we apply a rotation of 30 degrees, the inverse transformation would be a rotation of minus 30 degrees. So option 2, inverse transformation, is the correct answer. Which one from the following is a true statement about the computer bus? A bus is a communication pathway for data transfer within a computer. It connects various peripherals, moves data efficiently, and is often managed by a device driver. So here all the given statements are correct, and so option 4 is the correct answer. In which sorting algorithm average number of comparisons is n square minus n by 2? The average number of comparisons in insertion sort is approximately n square minus n by 2, which simplifies to big O of n square. It sorts elements by picking one at a time and placing them in their correct position. Like how do we pick a card during playing the card game? So similarly the insertion sort works. So option 1 is the correct answer. What should be the access time of cache memory in order to achieve 98% hit ratio if the memory access time is 200 nanoseconds and effective access time required is 20 nanoseconds? So we know the formula for effective access time here. So effective access time is equal to hit ratio into cache access time plus miss ratio into memory access time. So this is the formula. So if the particular data is available in the cache, then it is a hit. If it is not available, then we will fetch the particular data from the main memory, like main memory. So that is the miss ratio. So hit ratio here is 90%, that is 0.9 into cache access time is, so what is the cache access time? So the cache access time is not given, right? So we have to find out the cache access time, and plus miss ratio. Miss ratio is 0.1, and memory access time is 200 nanoseconds into 200 nanoseconds. So here effective access time is 20 nanoseconds. So if we solve this given equation, so we will get the answer, that is 2 nanoseconds. So here the hit ratio is 98%, and 0.98 into miss ratio is 0.2, right? So 0.2. Okay. Now if you simplify this one, you will get the answer. So if you simplify the given equation, you will get the answer as 20 nanoseconds here. Next, in object-oriented programming, encapsulation can be described as: encapsulation means hiding the implementation details of an object and exposing only the necessary parts through an interface. It helps in data protection and abstraction. Encapsulation is a fundamental concept in OOPS that involves hiding the internal implementation details of an object and exposing only necessary functionalities. This will ensure data security and modularity. So here correct answer is option 1, separation of interface and implementation. Next, variance of binomial distribution is. So here the variance of the binomial distribution is NPQ. So we know the standard deviation is NP. The variance is NPQ. The leaves of a tree is, the leaves of a leaves in a tree are nodes that have no children. So they are the lowest level of the tree structure. So here D and so here the option 3 is the correct answer. Are those nodes with no children. Next one. Consider the following 3 statements about the DES, that is the data encryption standard. So here DES uses a 56-bit key to encrypt the 64-bit data. So here statement 1 is true. So DES uses the 56-bit key for encrypting 64-bit blocks. Next, the statement 2. DES is a block cipher that encrypts the data in pixel size blocks, which is the correct one. And statement 3, cipher blockchaining mode to overcome the problem of pool diffusion is false. Cipher blockchaining is not specific to DES but a mode applicable to many encryption algorithms. So that's why option 3, only 3 is false. Next, consider the following 3 statements about the scheduler. So first statement, dispatcher is a part of the CPU scheduler. So dispatcher is a part of the CPU scheduler that selects the process for execution when the current process leaves the CPU is correct. And option 2 is also correct. The medium-term scheduler is responsible for swapping process in and out of memory. And option 3 is also correct. The long-term scheduler determines which process enters the system for execution. So all the 3 statements 1, 2 and 3 are correct. The number 105 in decimal system is equivalent to. Here the number is given 105 in decimal system. We have to convert it into base 5. To convert it into base 5, first of all, we have to repeatedly divide this given number with 5. So 5 2s are 10 and 5 1s are 5. So 0. Remainder is 0. Next, 5 4s 20. So remainder is 1. So that's all right. So now we will take the reverse of this value. So that is the 410. So 410 is in the base 5. So option 2 is the correct answer. Which is restarting recovery. While restarting recovery, which sequence is followed? So in the recovery process, we have the two types of transactions, redo and undo. Redo transactions that were committed before failure must be redone, and undo transactions means the transactions that were incompleted or failed must be undone. So correct answer is option 2. Redo transactions of redo list, undo transactions of undo list. This is the correct answer. Which IP address range for class E network is? So class E IP address range is 240.0.0.0 to 255.255. That is the option 2. So this class E is used for experimental purposes, not assigned for regular use. Next, which one from the following is a false statement about the requirement phase? So option 4 is the false statement. Why? Because functional specification is not part of the requirement phase. It is a part of the design phase where system functionalities are specified. Consider the following two statements about the friend functions in C++. Operator overloading through function overloading defeats the purpose of information hiding. Boolean operator overloading is possible through friend function. So here the option 1 is correct. Operator overloading through function overloading can be confusing and sometimes reduces code readability. And Boolean operators like equals to and or not are often overloaded using the friend functions to allow comparison between the objects. So here option 1 and 2 are correct. Which one from the following is a false statement about the semaphores? So here from the given statements, option 1, that is user-coded solutions for process synchronization, has drawbacks of busy waiting is correct. Option 2 is correct. And option 3 is false. And option 4 is also correct. Semaphores alone do not prevent all synchronization problems. They can lead to deadlock and priority inversion if not handled properly. That's why option 3 is the false statement here. SQL injection consists of. SQL injection is a cyber attack where an attacker inserts malicious SQL queries into a system to gain unauthorized access to a database. It can steal, modify or delete the data. The correct answer is option 3. If A, B, C are subsets of the U, then the simplified version of the expression is. So here option 1 is the correct answer. The C++ statement C out where C equals to 0 will be. So here from the given options, C equals to 0 is a Boolean expression which returns 1 if C is 0 and 0 if C is non-zero. Thus C out prints 0 or 1 based on C's values. So option 1 outputs as 0 or 1, that is 1 or 2 will be the correct answer based on the C values. 71. Project 802 defines standards for which layers of the OSI model? IEEE 802 defines standards mainly for physical and data link layers, covering Ethernet, Wi-Fi and other networking protocols. So option 2 is the correct answer. Which statement is true about the aggregation relationship between classes? Aggregation represents a whole part relationship between objects but with independent lifetimes. It is a type of association, not inheritance or dependency. So aggregation is a kind of association. Consider following two statements about architectural design. So we have to find out which statement is true and false. The first statement is correct. Architectural design represents the system components, modules and data structures. It is the correct answer. And then option 2, architectural design comes before detailed design and coding in the software development lifecycle. So both are the correct answers here. So that's why, so both are correct. But in the given options, it is not mentioned. Both are true statements. Option 1 is the correct answer. Which scheduling algorithm from the following allows process to move from one queue to another? So that is the multi-level feedback queue. Okay. Multi-level feedback queue scheduling allows a process to move between different creative queues dynamically. So option 4 is correct answer. Next, 75. A multiprocessor computer architecture where two or more identical processors are connected to a shared main memory is known as. It is known as symmetric multiprocessing. Symmetric multiprocessing means multiple identical processors share the same memory and OS, improving the performance. So in the multiprocessor computer architecture, we have two or more identical processors connected to a shared main memory. This means all processors have equal access to memory and resources. So option 2 is the correct answer. So these are the first 75 questions in the DL paper 2 2012 computer application. So let us discuss the remaining questions in the next part. I hope it is useful for you. Thanks for watching the video.